Today is your Chapter 11 review for your test that you will be taking tomorrow. You are going to see all of the things on this review that you have done in Chapter 11. So I hope you remember what all of those things are. Your first section, as always, is vocabulary. You have 3 words and only 2 things to answer. Then you have to tell what fraction of the circle the shaded angle represents. Okay? You can't very well see my shading. It looks like this is shaded here, and then this. You can see it better on your paper. You're telling me what fraction of that circle is shaded. Yes? Okay, that shouldn't be difficult. Here's where you would need your protractor. 6 and 7, you're going to draw me the angle that you see. Please make sure you are using the correct scale when drawing your angles. Do you know if 68 degrees is an acute angle or an obtuse angle? Okay, so what should your angle look like when you're finished drawing it? It should be less than 90 degrees, correct? So think about that as you look at it before you even start drawing. Down here, you're going to use a protractor to find a measure of each of the angles. You must write them in here. Are you with me? And then it says to label each angle with its measure, which is where that comes from, and then you're going to write the sum. So whatever you come up with in your 3 angles is going to be written here as an equation. Now, let's talk about this for a second. What do you see in that shape? So what should yours equal when you're done? 360. So can you make yours to where it equals 360? So if you want to measure 51 degrees, what do you think you probably ought to write down on the line? 50. Okay? That way it makes it a lot easier on you when you're adding them up. If you always have to the 10s and to the 5s, it's much easier on you. Make sense? So instead of writing 62 degrees, you would write 60. Okay? Yes? All right, go to the next page. Next 2 actually are test prep. As you can see, you have some things with angles. You have a clock on here that you're going to have to deal with angles with. More angles. Kind of what this whole entire chapter was on, right? Yes. Okay, flip to the back side. Here are your constructed response questions as well as your performance tasks, where you have to do multiple things to answer a question. Let's read number 15.
How many right angles are there in an angle that
turns through 360 degrees? Explain how you know. So let's think about that. If you have an angle that turns through 360 degrees, you basically have a what? A circle. So it's asking you how many right angles would be in that circle. Aiden.
there would be 4 because 90, because you know that a right angle is 90 degrees and 90 goes into 364 times.
Okay. Could I draw on one if I didn't know that also? And then I can split it up, right? Okay, so a couple of different ways you could have done this or thought about this. Is he right with 4? Okay, so your first part of your answer is going to be 4. And then we have to make sure we explain. And this is where there can be a couple different ways. He said that he knows that a right angle is 90 degrees. What is the angle of 90 degrees? When you have a 90-degree angle, how much of the circle is that taking up? A 4th. Okay? So we know that it takes how many 4ths to make a whole circle? 4. So can we use that in here as well? So a right angle is 90 degrees and turns 1/4 of a circle. That's your first sentence. 4/4 makes 1 whole, which is something you should have already known from before. So there are using some of those things we did, fractions, to help you out with angles as well. So a right angle is 90 degrees and turns a fourth of a circle. 4/4 makes one whole, so there are 4 right angles in a circle. Or you could have said that there are 4 right angles in 360 degrees. You could have added an angle that turns through 360 degrees is a full circle. As long as you basically know that 360 degrees is a full circle and that there are going to be 4 of those right angles. Again, if you wanted to draw the picture, you could draw on your circle. You know that you can divide it like this, and you're looking at your 4 angles. Yes? A couple different ways you could have done it. Some people like to draw a picture to look at, some people don't. Some of you that like to do everything in your head sometimes need to do what? Draw something. Look at it. Put the work down. All right, let's go on to 16. Soccer practice began at 2:30 p.m. and stopped at 3 p.m. because of break. During this time, through what fraction of a circle did the minute hand turn? How many degrees did the minute hand turn? And I want you to highlight on this one because there's more than one thing you need to answer, and you need to remember that. Always look to see how many different things I need to do. So your first question was, through what fraction of a circle did the minute hand turn? And your second one was, how many degrees did the minute hand turn? Now, the times, are they important to us? So we need the 2:30. We also need the 3 o'clock. And again, there's a couple different ways you can do this. You could draw a quick picture of a clock, or you could use what you know about time and how many minutes is going to be from 2:30 to 3 o'clock. So who knows how long it takes from 2:30 to 3 o'clock? Elena? 30 minutes. So that means it's going to be how much of the clock? If it takes from here, which is the 30, right, to the next hour, how much of the clock am I looking at? A half. So is that the first one? Through what fraction of a circle did the minute hand turn? So you would say a half turn. Now, what do we know? If it went from here to there, and I would draw my angle, what do we know about that angle? The next question on yours asks you what the degrees is of the turn. Maurice? 180. Now, we have to be able to explain how we got all of these things. So make sure you have your half turn with the comma and then your 180 degrees. Now let's think about what we discussed. Can we write some of that down? So we know that there are what? From 2:30 to 3 there are 30 minutes. So is that something we can write down? Sure. So we're going to say from 2:30 to 3 o'clock is 30 minutes. Everybody there so far? The minute hand turned how far? Half a turn, which is what we said earlier, right? And we know that a half a turn is what amount of degrees? It's 180 degrees. Or, what do we call this?
Or straight angle.
Straight angle. Let's go ahead and write that so we make sure we remember the lovely vocabulary words. So a half turn is 180 degrees or a straight angle. we need it?
Yeah.
Yes. So it's always an option. You know how to make a clock. Did I have to draw everything on the clock in order to draw it? No. I know where my 12 o'clock, my 3 o'clock, my 6 o'clock, and my 9 o'clock are. I know where the 30 is. I know where the hour is. So we can go from there. You don't have to draw out every little bitty thing to draw part of the clock. Okay? All right, so that was your constructed response. Now we're going to go down to the performance task where it has multiple parts in one problem. Let's read the first part of 17, please. Charlotte divided a whole pizza into 4 pieces. One piece formed a straight angle. One piece formed a right angle. 2 pieces formed acute angles with the same degree measure. A says to draw angles to represent the 4 pieces. We better highlight what it says so we know where we're getting our information. What was the things that we needed? Okay, do we need to know there's going to be 4 pieces when we're done? So let's circle that part. And then that means we have, what's the first piece? Let's go ahead and highlight it. 1 piece formed a straight angle. What's the next one say? 1 piece formed a right angle. 2 pieces formed acute angles with the same degree measure. So those 2 have to be the same. Okay? Now, it says to draw angles to represent 4 pieces. This is where your protractor comes in, so you have straight lines. Stop drawing them without a protractor. Okay? You will not have the correct measurements if you just draw with your pencil and don't use your protractor. Alright? So, take your protractor. What's the first one say? Straight angle. So you need to make sure that you have, now does it matter which way we go? No, it sure does not. So I'm just going to put it straight up and down. And it doesn't have to be, has to be close to equal. Is that look close to the middle? Yeah. And so you'll draw your line from top to bottom. Again, mine's not going to be as straight as yours probably will be because I have to do everything on here. So get that one drawn. What's the next one say? So now we have a right angle, so that means I'm going to have to turn this. So I want to leave that side, so I'm going to line this up on the dot again, across. And again, you're going to try to line it up as nice and neatly as you can. If you put your 0 here, is it going to be nice and straight? See where I'm putting my 0? On the dot as well as lining it up with this. Over there, it'll be nice and straight that way, okay? So then I'm going to draw my 90 degrees. It doesn't matter which side, does it? As long as you're drawing it all on the same side. So don't draw your 90 degrees on this side and then draw your other ones on the other side. Draw it all on the same side because this one over here has to stay with what? Right, why do I have 2 of these? Okay, so what's the last one say? 2 pieces formed acute angles with the same degree. So now let's think about this. I have to get 2 more angles in here, and those 2 angles have to have the same measure. Now think about this. I have to have the 180, which was the straight angle. I have to have the 90 degrees, which is the right angle. So I have to draw it in one of the pieces, right? So where can I draw this at then? Eden?
Draw it in the bottom one.
Okay, so I can draw it in the bottom one. Could I have drawn it in the top as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, but wherever we draw, we just have to do it on both. Okay?